Is it okay to ask an astrologer to choose a birth date for your future child? My name is Eliana. Welcome to my YouTube channel where we dive deep not only into astropsychology, but also into how to thrive as a woman in this wonderful world. Please subscribe because we will be covering very interesting topics here. So let's speak today about the topic my lovely client offered. She said that she heard that some astrologers help parents to choose a favorable date, birth date for their unborn children. First of all, is it technically possible? Yes, it is technically possible, but only if you have a planned caesarean section, right? So either it is a caesarean section because doctors advised, or it is elective cesarean section. Yeah, it means when you decide yourself, there are no medical indications, but you just don't want to give birth naturally. It is not legal in some countries, though. It is not legal in Greece, I know. It is not legal in Poland, but it is legal in Morocco. And when I was living in Morocco, I was shocked because it is so trendy. It's also legal in Lithuania since 2023, but you have to pay for it. I will not speak here about the importance of natural birth to a woman and her child. I will just say that it's not worth refusing it if there are no medical indications. But even if there are medical indications and there is a planned cesarean section or there is elective cesarean section on your demand, even then it's hard, super hard to calculate exact birth time. Maybe birth date, birthday, yes, but birth time, no, because something always happens, something always happens, like the universe decides, no, we'll do it our way. And a child decides, no, I will come when I want. And a child decides to come earlier to play this joke, for example. So even if there is a calculated birth date, birth time, minutes, something will definitely go not as planned. But let's imagine it is possible because, yes, sometimes it works. Let's look at those parents who decide to choose a birth date, to plan a birth date of their child. These are people with consumer's mindset. They may say, we want better for our child, but in reality, they think only about themselves. I can compare this to parents who are against the studies their child chose because they know better what's better for their child, to study. Or let's say their son chose a wife and they're against because they know better that this wife doesn't suit their son, the other wife would be better. So this, I can compare this to these situations, but only choosing a birth date is much more spooky. Imagine if you live with such parents, like they chose your birth date. So what is waiting for you in your childhood when you live with such people? So these parents, they have this consumer's mindset and they look at their child with consumer's eyes, expecting that their child will fit their worldview. Of course, with their eyes wide open, they will say that they do this for their child's own good. For example, there are addiction issues in their family, there are drug addicts or alcoholics, and they want to protect their child from the same fate. But come on, this child is born from your blood and flesh. Do you think your child will be not prone to alcoholism? Really? Think twice. You know, family patterns run deeper than astrology. A birth chart is just a display of those patterns. On the other hand, just the fact that this thought pops up in their head is not a coincidence. It's also part of a family system. And that child's soul agrees on it is not a coincidence. And on the whole, it's part of a bigger picture. The fact that we live in such context where it's even possible, it's not a coincidence, right? But there will be consequences. And now I want to speak about these consequences. Yes, interfering with natural processes and natural timing is possible, as we see it in many fields. You can do whatever you want. There is no such thing as sin. I don't believe in the concept of sin. You can do whatever you want, but the universe operates on balance. Everywhere you go against natural law, it will be evened out one way or another. And this is what parents need to understand, realize deeply before making such a decision. There is always a cost. If they want to control so much, they will have to pay for it. And this price will be higher than the one they paid the astrologer for choosing a birth date. They will have to pay for it, for not trusting the universe. There will be some circumstances, definitely there will be some circumstances that will interfere into this. I myself see the world as a perfectly designed chaos. It may seem chaotic, messy, not fair, but if you look deeper, you will understand that it works on cause and effect law. Everything you see now is an effect of some actions that caused this effect in the past. The same with birth chart you receive. Your birth chart shows the effect caused by some actions from the past. The whole birth chart is the effect of the past. Yes, traditionally it is Ketu. Ketu, South Node, shows the past, karma. I don't actually like this word. What is karma? These are past decisions and actions that cause your present and future, right? So traditionally it is Ketu, but in reality, the whole birth chart shows this. The whole birth chart shows what actions, what choices, decisions were made in the past by you in your past lives, your family, your ancestors. That determines what birth chart you receive now for this life. So you come here into this life deeply integrated into the family system. And there are certain duties, certain responsibilities, and certain debts that you have to pay to your family. And this is all seen in your birth chart. So actually, when parents choose a birth date for their child, they not only mess up with the life of their child, but also with the whole family system. You feel it. So a child will be out of sync, separated from the whole family system. When parents chose a birth date, did they align a child's birth date with the birth date of other family members? You know what I mean? For example, in a in a birth chart, you can see what teachers will be most important in a person's life. That through them, a person will develop certain traits that will be crucial in this person's life and will lead to certain achievements and results. For example, it's child's grandmother, but she's not in a child's birth chart. So a child might not recognize grandmother as a teacher, and a grandmother might not recognize. So, anyways, there will be a clash, some misunderstanding, and one misunderstanding will lead to another misunderstanding, and so on and so forth. Do you understand what I mean? And eventually, the challenges that child will face will be much bigger than the ones the child would have faced being born naturally, I mean, without any chosen date. No, the child will feel separated, will have the sense of dissonance, dissonance between the personality and the soul. A child half belongs to the family and half not, and may have a strong feeling that he or she is living somebody else's life. And this inner conflict, inner confusion will lead to serious mental illnesses like identity disorder or others. So when parents contact me asking for this service, I first of all explain to them this. A birth date, birth chart your child receives is not something random. And it not only reflects the soul's journey, but also family karmic patterns, the tasks, responsibilities, debts. So when parents choose a birth date, they disrupt this natural flow of these patterns. I explain that a child's soul knows much better when to be born than any astrologer. And there are absolutely no mistakes in nature, and that natural timing should be honored, and the child's unique path should be honored too. Anyways, as for astrologers is a profitable thing, and they may say yes to you, but they understand. They will not say to you, but they understand that it's not only good planetary alignment that should be taken into account when choosing a birth date, but they have to see birth charts of both parents, their compatibility, the whole family dynamics, even health records. So many, many things should be taken into account. And even then, a child's true essence will find its way to reveal itself, regardless of a chosen date, because nature always wins. So, why then choose birth date in the first place? Friends, I once again invite you to subscribe to my channel as there are so many interesting and controversial topics I want to talk about. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. And always remember, maybe this world seems chaotic, but on a deeper level, it is perfectly designed, just like you. Kisses. Bye.